Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be explaining everything there is to know about growing natural nails. It's very simple, anyone can do it. It just takes a little time and patience. I've been growing my nails for 3.5 months now, and I just wanted to share the things that I know. So keep watching for my strict list of do's and don'ts for growing long and natural nails. Okay, my tip number 1 would have to be to preserve the nails by applying what I like to call maintenance coats. Apply a clear maintenance coat at least 4 times per week or more. Doing so does so many things. It discourages chipping, snagging, stains, it limits the amount of moisture, i.e. water, that is able to reach the surface of the nails. And at the very least preserves your manicure. Your manicure will look as fresh as it did on the first day that you applied it by doing this. And just a little side note, natural nails can be really sharp. I know mine are. And this definitely prevents scratching. I can't feel my nail at all right now. And as you can see, my skin has become rough from scratching my nail because I can't feel my nail. Only the polish that's protecting it. Assuming that I have no paint on my nails, of course I do, it's just clear polish. But if I did not have any sort of paint on my nails, the first coat that I would apply to my nails would be in this way. I would paint the top of the nail, the edges, and make it a point. Make it an effort. Don't just assume that you're getting the edges when you paint the top of the nail. And paint the underside of my nail. And now I will paint all of my nails the way I just painted my middle finger the first time around. For the second time around, I would simply go over my nail bed and around the edges. This is also the way that I would do any preceding coat after this point. I do not recommend repeated coats of polish under the nails. Because it may prove very difficult to remove at the end of your manicure. Okay, so my second tip would have to be oils. I use a very inexpensive oil to moisturize my nail and cuticle area. I'm pretty sure I paid less than $5 for an entire 16-ounce bottle. I would not recommend splurging on some, $20 oil. For 2 ounces, your nails won't recognize that effort. Using oil is very imperative to the progress of your nail growth. It discourages chipping as well, like the maintenance coats. But most of all, it discourages separation of your nail layers. Apply my oil every time I do a manicure. And sometimes throughout the week I'm more prone to use a hand cream. And definitely utilize your oil or hand cream daily. I use a shea butter. This is what I use. It's shea butter. It's melted down just a little bit because it's warm in my house right now. But that's the hand cream that I use every day. And the oil that I purchased, I just transferred it to an old nail polish bottle for easy use. And down on the list, at number 3 comes in nail hardeners. I use this once per week when I do my manicures. It's usually after I apply my oil, and then I apply my nail hardener, and then I apply, proceed to apply my maintenance coats. And try to harden the new growth only. Try to harden like the line of demarcation right there. Just along that area is where I try to harden. I don't try to harden my entire nail over and over again because you know, in retrospect, it's like you've hardened your nails, you know, 20 times. You know, the ends of your nails have been hardened 20 times and they will become brittle. So that's the third tip. It's not number one because you typically don't need a nail hardener until you have a free hanging nail. And if you're just starting, you just want to stick with your maintenance coats and your oils, and then, you know, slowly start to harden. Okay, on to tip number 4. Use a moisturizing polish remover. Do not use pure acetone as a regular polish remover. It is extremely drying. It doesn't have to be an expensive polish remover. This is the polish remover I use. It's by Zoya. I believe I paid $9.99 for this online a while back. I'm almost out now, but I like it because it's very moisturizing, and some of nail polish are the inexpensive ones, but it's also very effective. It doesn't take very long to get the polish off, and you know, through a manicure and maintenance coats, I probably have 8 or 9 layers of polish by the end of the week. So I need something that isn't going to test my patience when it comes to removing all the polish off my nails after a manicure is done. Alright, going on to tip number 5, we're getting into the tools that I use. I don't file my nails at all, pretty much, often. You usually, you know, you will get chips. Everything isn't going to be perfect, even if you follow the routine, you know, to the T. You may get a little something here and there just because of carelessness, really. But this is a nail file that I bought off Amazon. It's an OPI crystal nail file. I believe it cost me $7, but it has an extremely fine surface, and I love it. When I file my nails, it's like butter smooth, and you don't want like an inexpensive file that doesn't work very well, that will just, you know, encourage further chipping of your nail because of the rough surface it leaves behind. I've experienced that before. I've tried to go, you know, on the lower end of files, but I went ahead and purchased a very reliable one, just so that, you know, I could depend on it. And okay, tip number 6, have a small brush, a small toothbrush, preferably they're inexpensive. It's an inexpensive solution for cleaning your nails. You're going to need it. And I use it every time I wash my hands, and I also use it when I whiten my nails, which I'll get into next. But definitely have a little brush to get down and to gently scrub underneath your nails. I'll have, you know, put soap on my hands and lather up, and then I'll gently scrub the underside of my nails. Gently, it usually just takes. Tip number 7, whitening nails. I use baking soda and peroxide. It's a really basic mix in a 1-to-2 ratio. I whiten my nails on an as-needed basis only. Maybe after a dark polish or something like that, but I don't include it in my regular routine. I don't whiten my nails every time I do a manicure at all, and I feel like just doing it on an as-needed basis is plenty. I don't feel like my nails, I mean, as you can see, are yellow. They're pretty white, and I just don't feel the need to whiten that often. Plus, over whitening can dry out the nails as well. The next tip I'm going to recommend is to use latex gloves to do anything that you can. I use them for washing dishes, for housework, for anything that I can use them for, I do. Having your nails, you know, excessively in water, the less water the better. So when you can avoid it, then definitely use your gloves at all times. I own 3 pair of these. I have 2 pair for my kitchen, and I have a pair for the restroom. I did purchase these at Walmart. They were under $3 a piece. They're actually really cute. They have zebra at the top, and I thought they were cute. Okay, tip number 9. This tip is so far down on my list because I'm not completely sure of the effectiveness of these products. So I'm not really prone to suggest them. And what I'm talking about are nail serums. I have had this one for over a year now. And if they do have any merit to them, I would say that they only optimize your nail growth. They won't make them grow any faster than what your DNA deems is possible about your body. I haven't experienced any decrease in growth without using it either. My final tip would be is to utilize your tools. I don't use my nails as tools, period. That is a no-no. Do not test the strength of your nail because it will fail every time. Okay, I just wanted to quickly share a few don'ts that I never do in my nail care routine ever. First of all, I never let my nails breathe. And by this, I mean I never let my nails go naked without any sort of polish at all. As soon as I'm done with one manicure, I immediately move on into applying, my next manicure. Another thing I never do is buff my nails. I don't even own a nail buffer. I never buff the surface of my nails at all. I don't file down the sides of my nails. I do not file out the curvature of my nails. I know coming from acrylics, you may be used to seeing a straight nail, but natural nails curve. Something else I never do is push back my cuticles. I don't even have any tool to do that with. I just keep them thoroughly moisturized and it tends to do the trick. I also don't bother with the cuticle that is beneath my nail. I will not disclose the hardener that I use only because there are some very, very excellent ones out there. I just know how people bandwagon things, and I don't want anyone to feel like they can't get these results without using an exact product that I used. Oh, and just one more thing. For the maintenance coats, I don't use a clear coat that is speed dry or quick dry. I find that they peel excessively after only a few days. Well, that wraps up all of my tips for growing long natural nails. Feel free to ask any questions you may have in the comment section below. Also, this is my very first video, so please subscribe for new updates to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time.